because they got one main faith. Even though the Muslims, you might have different sects, but when it come push comes to shove, they're sticking to their Muslim counter. They're sticking to their Muslim, whether they're it's a Shia or Syrian law, or whether they're Sunni, or they're sticking to that. I thought I'll just put that out there.
You, and correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like you hate to see resources not being properly allocated.
Absolutely.
Right. And so, like, what you're
Absolutely.
explaining right now is, I think, what, like, just hitting on the point of, hey, there's money here, there's resources here, there's people here, there's organization. We could take that and better allocate it. When you say the church, you're pretty much saying, look, they may be doing something, but from your peer view, and I would agree, it's probably not enough, and there's an opportunity to do more.
Absolutely.
Agreed. And so it's interesting though, right? Because when putting my as a member of the church, right? I think there's a perspective of prioritizing the faith in itself, right? Because if you think about it, as a spiritual leader, my perspective is, if I can connect you with God, I may not be the forefront leader of the nonprofit that leads in education.
See, I'm still yet to find out what's going on with the African spirituality. We need Dr. Umar Johnson to explain this at some point when it does come around, because the man did ask.
Connecting you with God and connecting you with your full purpose, you now are equipped through that process to then do that for your community. And I
I want to
think
push back on
no,
that.
no, but I'm not even.
I don't disagree.
I'm not justifying that as like
Okay.
the right approach per se, because
Because that has often been the excuse used for why churches don't play a more direct role in the struggle. So you take me. I'm a certified school psychologist.
Yes.
You're having issues with your son.
Yes.
They want to label him autistic, LD, ADHD, ED, whatever the case may be, right?
Yes.
So I say to you, you say, Doc, can you go with me to the meeting? I say, you know what? I can't go with you to the meeting, but I'm going to equip you with everything that you can, that you will need in order to be successful in the meeting. Which I do that because I can't be everywhere at all times.
All right.
But if you say, hey, we got to protest the government against the way in which black kids are being over-identified, I'm in the front of that. I'm forefront in that. You understand me?
Yeah.
I cannot lead from the back. I cannot say I'm going to tell y'all everything wrong with the American white power structure and then myself not participate in that actual fight to transform the American white power structure. So when the church says, I'm not going to fight, but I'm going to equip my flock so that they can take up that fight, that's somewhat cowardly. You should be equipping them and preparing them. That's important. But what is your role in that fight? Every religious personality in history, I don't care if we deal with Moses, Jesus, Abraham, I don't care if we deal with Muhammad, I don't care if we come into contemporary times and deal with a Mahatma Gandhi, who was a racist, or Dr. King, or Malcolm X, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Honorable Marcus Garvey. Any leader who professed a faith, if he was sincere in his faith, automatically became politically relevant. Jesus, by virtue of his work, automatically came to the attention of the government. You couldn't keep him out of it. Because if I'm fighting for people, I have to take on the enemies of my people. Dr. King automatically became relevant. Mahatma Gandhi in India automatically became relevant. There's no such thing as, I'm a pious man, a pious woman. My life is dedicated to spreading the gospel of Christ and preparing my people for a relationship with the Almighty, but my life doesn't matter in the everyday lives of my own people. Show me where that exists in the Bible. Show me where that exists in the Quran.